Hey, what's up? This is Paige Mitchell, and you're listening to Paige's Lessons. A quick message from our sponsor before we start the episode. On today's episode, let's get into how do you cope with no closure? I received this question over Instagram, and I'm happy to address this. If you have any topics that you want me to address in these episodes, head to the link in the show notes. You can message me on Instagram or leave a comment on TikTok or send me an email, whatever. There's many ways to get a hold of me. I'm happy to go over any topics and questions that's related to mental health, self-development, or building your dream lifestyle. But anyway, let's get into this question about coping with no closure. So when this person messaged me, she wanted to know, what do I do when this relationship just ended? I don't have closure. Help me cope. I don't know what to do. So I first want to address that whatever you're going through, if you're listening to this episode and maybe you experienced a relationship or a situationship, it just ended, right? Out of nowhere. Maybe you got ghosted. Maybe you ghosted someone. It's totally normal to not have closure because majority of human beings don't communicate, which is really fucking sad. But the truth is, it takes two really brave, courageous, self-aware people to acknowledge, hey, this isn't working. We are going to now go our separate ways. I wish you luck. Like, for both parties to do that, I don't really see that very much. It's either one person does it and the other doesn't. But I'm not saying it's not impossible. But just in general, just with closure, like, it's not something we're taught, really. So I think first we need to address that closure, this idea. I would take out your journal and ask yourself, why do I even need closure? Why is this thing, this relationship, this person, like, still, like, looming over my head? And what would closure bring me? So if I'm honest with myself and I say, I want closure because I'm having a lot of anxiety. I want closure because I still can't get over them, right? Like, whatever it is. Well, how do you want to feel instead? If you did have closure, what would that look like? What would the other person need to do in this dream case scenario, right? Like, if you could have it anyway, what would be a perfect closure situation? And just kind of fantasize that for a little while. And sometimes we do that and it's like, actually, I don't really even need closure. I just kind of want to cope with this. So I would suggest having this place of acceptance. It's kind of like forgiveness when you're in a fight with somebody and you really want them to apologize to you. You know, they did you dirty. You really want them to come to you and apologize. But wouldn't you only want that if it's actually genuine? Wouldn't you only want and apologize if they truly meant it? So it's kind of the same thing of, like, you have to have closure with yourself no matter what. Closure with yourself, because we can't control another person's behavior, another person's thoughts, another person's intentions. You can only control how you are currently feeling and how you react to situations. So if someone cuts you off and like, you've pretty much done everything in your power with this relationship, you have to go within and basically accept where you are and where they are. And it takes some humbling, to be honest, of like, oh shit, well, like, I thought this was like a great relationship. Like, I thought we were on a totally different page, but like, humble yourself, and this actually isn't aligned. That person actually is not meant to be in your life, which is shitty to say, but it's like having closure with yourself. We're trying to tie the loose ends only with ourselves because that's all we can do, right? We can't force someone down to, hey, you have to closure with me. So we have to take responsibility of how I want to cope. If I want to make myself happy, what do I need to do? So that's why I recommend journaling is really helpful. Processing, let's just process how unfair this is, how I'm grieving this situationship, this person, whatever. Like, write a letter to yourself of how fucked up they hurt you. And don't send the letter. Write an email. Like, vent on a voice note. Make a fucking TikTok. Whatever you gotta do to process if, like, writing and journaling isn't for you. You know, validate yourself. Man, this is unfair. I wish I had closure. Fuck this person, right? Like, get all of that out. And then ask yourself, how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel about myself? How do I want to feel now about the other person? And it's really accepting, like, we just got to let it be what it is, right? Even though we want closure from someone else, we are only responsible for our own feelings and how we show up in the world. Now, to me, I said a little bit earlier, I think closure could be, hey, just like communicating this dynamic we have going on, right? Whether I want closure from a friend or a partner or whatever, it's like, here's where I'm at. I wish this could happen in our dynamic. I would love to feel blank in our dynamic, but it's not going to happen for whatever fucking reason. And I wish you, other person, so much love and light, because this dynamic we have going on is turning out to be toxic. And that's not good for either of us. If you really want the other person to be happy, and if you want yourself to be happy, wishing them well, right, is the first step. Now, you could be in a place right now where you're so fucking pissed at them, you're angry, you're so hurt, you can't really get to a place of love and acceptance. That's chill. Time heals all wounds. It really does. And you don't need to, like, really wish them all the love and light. It's you know, that's a personal preference. I choose to, like, I feel better when I release that negative shit. But I think at the end of the day, we gotta self-soothe. We gotta really look at ourselves in the mirror and have this closure from within. I no longer choose to have this other person hold me hostage of my thoughts, hold me hostage of my feelings. It's not about them at all. This is how you are processing this dynamic, this relationship that's been lost and is gone. So, to wrap up of coping with no closure, make your own goddamn closure. Make your own way, because we can never guarantee the other person's going to give it to you. If you feel like, I'm not really sure moving forward how to approach this, or, you know, I maybe I want to end things, but I don't really know how. You know, talk with your friends, talk with a mental health professional, like, talk with a coach. That's what I'm here for, right? Is kind of processing how we're choosing to live our life with more intention, with more focus, with more ambition, with more light. And make sure to reach out, right? Like, I know sometimes we live in this world where it's like, I got to do everything all by myself. I have to figure this out all by myself. It's like, you don't have to. Like, there are tools and resources for you to help. There's dating coaches, there's couples counseling, there's all kinds of fucking shit out there. Use your resources. We live in 2023, people. Like, there's so much out there. So just remember, like, you can get help in whatever capacity that you're feeling. I'm here for you. Life coaching, I mean, I chose this career on purpose to be a little bit more vague in all of the different pillars of your life, because that's fucking life, right? And whether you're coming to me with, hey, I would like some more closure getting over this person, whether that's a friendship, a relationship, a work dynamic, whatever it is, it's like, it's all going to bleed into other areas of your life too, even if you're just focusing on that one part. So, wrapping up here. No closure. It's all good, boo. You got this. Just self-soothe. Figure out what you want, how you want to feel instead. You fucking got this. If you're loving these episodes of Paige's Lessons and you're ready to dive deeper into creating your dream lifestyle, or maybe you just want some accountability and support while you're building these goals, let's map this out together. I offer a variety of packages and price points. You can see an outline of what's included in each one-on-one coaching package in my services section located on my website in the show notes. The first step is to book a time to chat, which is a free 15-minute discovery call. Once that's scheduled, this tells me that you are open to exploring new outcomes to your current problem. During this call, we'll organize your priorities, create a strategy based on your unique goals, clearly identify your vision, brainstorm possibilities how I can help you, and by the end of the call, you will have more confidence in your vision and ideas on how to take your action for your new future lifestyle. We can talk about what package works best for you and what's a good fit when you book the call through the scheduling link in the show notes. I can't wait to connect with you and learn more about you. Talk soon. If this podcast truly resonates with you, take a screenshot of the episode and share it on your social media story. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook, and my handle is @paigemitchell.coach. I'm so excited to see what you shared and connect with you. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, take care.